Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of PTCGRadio. So today, we need to talk about another one of those lovely Futsal promos, which are coming around in the UK. They're actually England exclusive. Now, Grookey on the Ball is the one that's been revealed, and I've heard a bunch of people going, well, hang on a second, what about the other countries in the UK? Don't we count? And the answer is no. And I don't say that to be mean or horrible. I say that because all the countries in the UK have their own separate football teams. And these promos are of Pokemon wearing the England football kit. They are essentially England football team promos designed to be given out in England to fans of the English football team. And I've been watching football long enough to know that most Scots are not huge fans of the England football team, as an example. So for that reason, no, these promos shouldn't be given out in other countries in the UK. Not because we hate you and not because you don't like Pokemon or anything silly like that, because they are clearly and obviously designed as England promos, not UK promos or Great Britain promos. Not quite the same thing. Go look it up if you're interested. So Grookey on the ball then. It's Grookey. He's wearing a football shirt in front of a football goal, catching a futsal. Futsal, for those of you that are wondering, are like mini footballs and there's different rules and I don't know. Kids play it and they didn't play it when I was a kid, so I don't fully understand it. But it looks like fun and I'm sure I'd enjoy it if I tried. We've talked about Eevee on the ball recently. I picked up a few of them because they were still being given out when Champions Path came out. So let's just say I picked up a few extras there. And a few of them have gone to my friends overseas because I'm trying to be a nice person. Well, it seems like Eevee is on the way out and Grookey is on the way in. Now, the weird thing is, we don't actually know when. We have no idea when they're going out. Now, I assumed it would be this weekend because the official Pokemon UK Twitter tweeted out, have you added Eevee to your squad yet, trainers? If not, you'd better hurry. You never know when another Pokemon might come on as a substitute. Scout this special Futsal Pokémon TCG card at Game Digital stores across England. Now, they sent this out on October the 7th. October the 7th, for anyone that was wondering, was Wednesday. And, clearly I'm looking at this going, oh, well, okay then. Clearly what they're doing is saying, hey, you've got till the end of the week to pick this up and then we're bringing out the new one. Now, I should mention the lovely Matthew Varive, Immunity on Twitter, he that runs PidgeyWiki, did manage to locate this scan of Grookey on the ball on the official game website. And it seemed pretty obvious to me and to a lot of people that we basically had till the weekend to pick up Eevee on the ball. Except the weekend's been and gone. I'm recording this on Monday and still no word. So the honest answer is we don't know. It's definitely the next one. As for exactly when it's going to appear, pass is the honest answer. I have heard some rumours from people who work in game stores saying that it's not actually going to be till November. But firstly, there's two more to do after Grookey. There's a Sobble and a Score Bunny. They'll just be done in Pokedex order, I think is fair to say. And are they really going to leave 2 months between them? That seems weird to me. And also, why would you tweet out on October the 7th if Eevee's going to be around until November? So I don't believe it's actually next month. I believe it's soon. Might be this week. My local game store, I have sent them a message. They're lovely people. I've inadvertently become a regular between all of their promotions, Champions Path, etc. They are going to let me know when it comes in. Now, as for the Grookey card itself, it's actually sneaky kind of useful. Now, remember, it's called Grookey on the ball. It's not called Grookey, so you will not be able to evolve it up to Rillaboom. And Rillaboom is obviously a very good card. Rillaboom evolves from Thwackey, which evolves from Grookey, or you can rare candy it straight from Grookey. It does not evolve from Grookey on the ball, so you've got to just play this card in and of itself. It's something you play on its own. Now, the free energy 50 damage, let's not get excited. It's, not good. But I do like Tenacious Defense. 1 grass energy during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. And I love that it does no damage. We've talked about this before. The example I always use is Gabite, back when I used my Garchomp deck, which I did use to bubble top 32 at a large regionals. I did well with that deck. Weirdly well with that deck. I'm not sure it was actually a good deck. I think I just got some good matchups. But Gabite, for 1 energy, did 20 damage and stopped your opponent retreating. Problem is, if you're doing 20 damage, sooner or later you're going to KO. With Grookey, you're not. And basically everyone at the moment is playing Crobat. So what you essentially do is you wait until your opponent is out of switches and other cards that can get him out of the active. And then you boss his orders Crobat in the active and just use Tenacious Defense over and over again until your opponent gives up or runs out of cards, decks out, and loses. It will also work against Dedenne as long as your opponent isn't playing Lightning Energy. If they are playing Lightning Energy, they can use Tingly Return GX, does 50 damage and paralysis, and it goes into your hand. So maybe not, although it will, weirdly enough, be like 10 damage short of a KO. The thing is that it's not often an option, because firstly, it's your GX attack. If you've used your GX attack, it won't work. And secondly, it needs Lightning Energy. The one that won't work is Eldegoss, because Eldegoss for 2 colorless energy does 50 damage, and you can shuffle this Pokemon and all cards attached to it into your deck. So even if you're out of switching cards, as long as you can get 2 energy on, you can get Eldegoss out to the active. But this could legitimately get you some sneaky wins. I don't know if anyone's ever going to play it, but one day I want to win a game by just using Tenacious Defense with Grookey on the ball, sticking someone active, and decking them out. Now, there are a couple of other little promo cards I want to be talking about today, and they are some alternate art VMAXs. I told you just a couple of days ago about Cramorant VMAX and Delmai's VMAX. And I told you that they were brand new VMAXs, which were being given out in this weird set over in Japan, where you got 1 pack of each set which has been released so far in the Sword and Shield era. And then you got a little booster pack with 1 Pokemon, a VMAX, and free energy, free holo energy. Well, I have previously shown you the Cramorant and Delmai's. They got their own videos. I'll link them in the description. But I didn't actually show you the other 2. Now, it is important to note they are alternate art reprints. So clearly, if you're buying this product, you really want to cross your fingers that you get one of the new ones, because that's a little bit more fun. But there is an alternate art version of Cinderace VMAX. Now, I'm wrong about a lot on this channel. I'm right about a lot, but I'm wrong about a lot. And the reason I'm wrong about a lot is because I make an awful lot of predictions and I talk about a lot of things and I put myself out there. Well, the fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, I was wrong about Cinderace VMAX. I called it the best VMAX from Rebel Clash. Well, frankly, when Rebel Clash came out, the best VMAX was Dragapult. It wasn't even close. And even though Dragapult has completely dropped off the map, we've still got stuff like Inteleon, which is blatantly better as it stands at the moment. Let's just say I was very much wrong about that. But I still like Cinderace VMAX, and now we've got an alternate art version of it. It's got counter. For 2 energy, you do 30 damage, but if you were damaged by an attack last turn, you also do that much damage. Remember, this was really cool, because you can heal and still do the extra damage. So it's not one of those outrage attacks like you would see on Reshiram and Charizard, where if you heal up, you lose the extra damage. You can heal up and still get the damage, which is very cool. And then free energy, 170 plus burn, is just a generally pretty big attack. But do remember that you can use Welder to get 2 energy on, and then the 3rd energy can be attached manually, and you are very much good to roll. Now, as for more Pico, we've got lovely alternate art here, and incidentally, I do prefer the artwork here. Only a little bit, but I do. And it's weird, because when Sword and Shield was leaking and the first tournaments were being held in Japan, it really looked like Morpeko was going to be a legitimate contender. It's not. Just hasn't been. I've played against it a few times. I've beaten it every time with various decks. Although, to be fair, I do play a lot of fighting stuff, so it's maybe not that fair. but it's just not ended up being a particularly good deck. I mean, you've got 1 attack for more Pico here, you've got 3 energy, 2 lightning, 1 colorless, you do 180, and 20 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Plus, you've got more Pico V with the really nice hit and run attack. It seemed like more Pico V and VMAX was going to be one of the top decks. And it just never was. It completely fell off the map. And we hadn't talked about those on this channel before, and I really wanted to. It seemed important to do so. It seemed rude, frankly, ladies and gentlemen, if we didn't get round to having a chat about them. Clearly, if you're buying this set, you would want one of the 2 new ones. They're way more exciting. But we hadn't mentioned them yet. That seemed rude, so I thought we'd mention them now. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think about Grookey on the ball. I want to know if you're sad that it's not coming out in your country, or happy. Or whether you live in the UK and you're just not going to pick it up anyway. And I want to know what you think about these alternate Art VMAXs. So go nuts in the comment section, but be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at The Wassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.